Oh, cool. All right, let's move on, shall we?
Now it's time for the classroom. Advice on making gold via the auction house, professions, and more.
By the way, Alessandra put in there, if you really want to feel old, Carol, EverQuest sold to Daybreak Studios and celebrated 16 years in March.
That's crazy, because I played, well, if you want to get even older, I played original UO, Ultima Online, then followed by EverQuest, so, yeah.
Oh, man.
Definitely, my gaming age is showing.
Yeah, I'm getting old. Not old yet, but getting old.
Oh.
All right, let's get you started.
Oh, woohoo!
Spoiler
What's
alert!
What's not old are all of the new pets coming out in 6.2! Woo! Spoilers? Nah, never.
Spoiler alert.
Okay.
All right, what's coming up?
So we have a lot of new pets, and I'm gonna do the quick alphabetical how to find it pet list for 6.2. You ready?
Go for
We've
it.
got Bloodbeak. He's a wild out of Tannan Jungle. We have the Bloodthorn Hatchling. You can purchase him in your garrison for 50 of those pet charms from your menagerie. Blorp cannot battle, but you can purchase him from the Dark Moon Fair for 50 of the Dark Moon Dagger Maw. That is a fish. The Corellian Moth is wild in Tannan Jungle. The Cinder Pup is a mission in your garrison called Fiery Friends, and hopefully he will be just as cute as your Cinder Kitten. The Corrupt Nest Guardian is a raid drop out of Hellfire Citadel off the Shadow Lord Iskar. Crusher can be purchased from your garrison for 1,000 gold from a vendor in your town hall. Crusher also was drawn by a 7-year-old aspiring game developer, and go buy it. Dusty Sporewing can be purchased from your garrison for 50 pet charms from the menagerie. The Fell Pup is a quest in Tannan Jungle from an area that's going to be called the Temple of Shannara, and it's called A Fell Puppy of My Own. The Fen Crab is wild pet in Tannan Jungle. The Ghost Shell Crab also cannot battle, but it is purchasable from the Dark Moon Fair for 100 Dark Moon Dagger Maw, so get to fishing in Dark Moon Fair. The Glowing Sporebat is also purchased from your garrison for now 100 pet charms from the menagerie, so we're up to 200 pet charms you need total. Hogs is an achievement, finally, from the Dark Moon Fair under the achievement That's Whack, so I would assume we can watch for information coming up on that with the Whack-A Hogs game.
Whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole. Whack. It's not. They're not moles. What are they? Okay.
No. It's Whack-a-mole concept.
Yes, it is. The Lost Nether Pup is purchased from your garrison for 200 pet charms in the menagerie. So you got it. You're looking at needing 400 pet charms going into 6.2 to purchase all your pets. Get to pet battling. Left Shark, which is a pop culture reference. Go look it up if you're curious. Can be gotten from a mission in your garrison. This will be a naval mission from your shipyard. So get your shipyard going. Called Orphaned Aquatic Animal Rescue.
I want to know where the right shark is.
There is one right shark. They're all left sharks.
That's a poor joke.
Nethera's light. So pretty, just like her. Cannot battle. But it is a drop in Dalaran. You have to cheer, yay, to the floating candle to get Nethera's light. The Nightmare Bell, and I'm going to add a couple together. The Periwinkle Calf, the Seaborn Spore, and the Zangar Spore are all going to drop from the Fell Touched Pet Supplies. How do we get Fell Touched Pet Supplies? They're going to be a series of legendary pet battles and Tannan Jungle. Think Beasts of Fable in Pandaria. Yeah, you got the drift. Get your Fell Touch Pet Supplies. Those 4 pets drop from that bag. The Shard of, I'll spell it, Chrukh. Your pronunciation's your own. Is an actual treasure that you're going to pick up in the Tannan Jungle. It is southeast of the Throne of Kil'jaeden. They said you actually have to do quite a bit of questing to unlock that area, and it is surrounded by quite a few big ickies. The last
Yuck.
wild drop is still the Violet Firefly. Will be a wild pet that you can find in the Tannan Jungle. And we are still waiting to find out how Heroes of the Storm Special Awarded Pet Graves is going to come out. There we go.
I tend to think that we will find out here in about 2 to 3 weeks on how we get Graves.
Yeah.
Okay.
So keep your ears and eyes open and your Heroes of the Storm downloaded.
I suspect that you will be making some videos again.
Something along those lines, yes.
I do suspect you'll be making some videos again. Just to get all those fell-touched pet supplies.
Mm-hmm.
More fell stuff. Alright, so once again, and I'm going to reference 122... or not 122, 121 again. Because once again, me and Ro was talking about how are we going to get these Fellbloods. We thought garrisons in the barn. How wrong were we?
Completely.
Completely wrong. You know, I get the fact you're adding Tannan Jungle, okay, which was something that was overdue. Excuse me, I got a phone call. I'm going to let you explain this.
Okay, so, yeah, exactly. Tannan Jungle, whole new area. I get it. You're trying to get people out of your garrison. So, it's going to be interesting to see exactly what is going to happen with you being able to get Fellbloods from mining, herbalism, skinning, fishing. And there's the reason why I said I thought they banned bots, because fishing bots are one of the most popular bots on the planet. Yeah, they touched on some important issues. Lore issues around the item is it'll be needed in vast quantities because it's used not only in the new upgrade items but in every epic gem.
That's true.
They'll be selling like hotcakes for a whole lot of money at first.
And you know, I was in the 6.2 beta. And to get these Fellbloods just off the collecting, that is a low drop rate. They're not in every single node. It took about 5 or 6. So I'm going to say probably about a 12% drop rate. Maybe lower than that. So yeah, this is going to be a high demand thing that is going to be on a low drop rate, and oh boy, get them while you can, and then when you get them, sell them. These are going to go for high prices. So, since they're going to be collectibles, or via the gathering professions, what is going to happen to the barns in your garrison? That's
Well, the
first
smart
question.
person's going to keep doing your barn because people are going to stop doing their barns, which means overall the supply of regular Savage Bloods is going to go down. Right now, the demand has them at about 200 gold, at least on Earth and Ring. Prices have finally gone down a little bit. But if the supply goes down, people are still making gear. People are still making upgrade items. This stuff is still selling. Case in point, the tarot upgrades. Just the level 1 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I mean, keep doing your barn.
Well,
There are going to be groups out there still farming elites. Use your group finder, find them, get your barn done, and keep making money. Because I don't see prices going down that much more than what they are.
right. And really, one of the other questions that I have, what's going to happen to the Savage Bloods? I mean, how are we going to upgrade our gear? This is something that we're going to have to pay attention to, because for those people that have the 640, 655, 670 gear, or on up to 670 gear, this is something that, people are going to have to watch. How are we going to upgrade this crafted gear? Will Savage Blood still be in play? Or will they just be of no consequence whatsoever?
They're going to still be in play. That's what I feel like.
We'll see.
Don't underestimate them. Don't give up on them yet. There's still a lot of upgrading going on. A lot of crafting in general.
I would agree with that. But it's going to be... Savage Bloods right now are in the green connotation. Could they turn gray? That's something that we're going to have to watch.
Nah.
Because if they are taken out, what's going to be the big thing going in? I don't think that they'll be taken out of the recipes, really. But to get from 670 up to 670, 675, whatever, to 700, that's something, Fellbloods are really going to come into play there. But one of the other things is, you cannot buy these with Primal Spirits, these Fellbloods.
Nope.
These are going to be strictly out of Tanaan Jungle. They have severed ties, essentially, with the garrisons. So you're going to have to do the quest to get out the Tanaan Jungle, and you're going to have to go out to, go over there and do all your mining, do all your herb picking, because if you don't have a gathering profession, you might want to get one here soon.
Yeah. To all those people who dropped your gathering professions because, the garrison takes care of everything for you.
Not anymore.
Sorry, you did not listen to us.
Not anymore. So, and I know that we've kind of talked about this before, but what about alchemy? Do you think alchemy...
It needs help. Huh? Right now, I mean, all we're making is flasks. I mean, the occasional Savage Blood, which price has gone down on. That really wasn't that much of a perk.
Yeah.
My alchemy, I just feel like alchemy is a dud so far this expansion. Really. Use the flasks, but they don't sell for much because that's the only thing you really can make. Because so everybody who's got an alchemist makes them and puts them up for sale. Because what else are you gonna do? I'm doing the transmutes.
Right.
That's about it.
Right.
The sorceress transmutes. The only slightly profitable thing out of alchemy, but it's not. You know.
I tend to think that if Blizzard really wants to help out the alchemy profession, they will release the Fellblood recipe right away.
The Fellblood transmute, yeah.
Yes. I don't think they will.
I don't think so either.
I don't think they will. They'll wait a couple of months. And they'll wait and see, how great's the demand? How high are the prices? Oh, crap. That's what they'll do. They'll react. They won't anticipate. They'll just react. So we'll have to anticipate. Which means people, get your gathering professions. Go out and farm Tanan Jungle. When 6.2 comes. Now, I was hoping that Reckles would be on, so that way he could explain himself a little bit. But he was talking about jewel crafting in his latest video. And could it be a good thing for jewel crafting? What's going to happen? I mean, talking with Fellbloods and how to make gems. Or could this be the death of jewel crafting?
I don't know. Those gems are going to be in high demand. I mean, that's the only reason why I've been saving my jewel crafting cooldown materials and things like that. Because, yeah. I've got lots of sockets on Hava. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. They talked about sockets were going to be rare. 4,
right.
5. But it doesn't seem that way.
Well,
six pieces of my gear have sockets.
Yeah. What's one way for one person could be something different for another. So
exactly. I mean, but I think overall we're gonna, depends on how many sockets come out of the Hellfire Citadel gear. But you're still looking at a good chunk of gems just for one person. And a lot of materials to take to make them, so.
Yeah. I don't know. Really. Because these are just... Here's what Rickles said towards the end of his video. Okay. If you get these recipes, if you get the 6.2 jewel crafting recipes, and you get them all the way up, or if you get all the different recipes for every single, strength, intellect, whatever, make them. Put them on the auction house. Because those first recipes will be extremely high priced. and people will buy them up, especially if they're raiders. This would be a big, big deal for jewel crafting. And to that, I would agree. Because I think people will buy them up. You know, especially with a lot of raiding guilds out there. And because people need to use them. Now, I do have a bit of a question, kind of a thought that happened this last week. Because if you look at these past couple of expansions, you know, you were able to level up your crafting, you know, especially your gathering professions, very easy within just, say, Mist of Pandaria, or here in Draenor. What do you think is going to happen to the skill points if Blizzard keeps doing this?
That, shoot, you're going to make my brain hurt. If skill points went away overall, I mean, it doesn't stop a level 1 alt from crafting something above their level unless they retool it like that, you know?
Right. Right. But really, I really don't see a point to have skill points if you're going to keep doing this. It wouldn't make any sense. Now, for the crafting professions, you know, maybe, you know, but
that's a really good point, Alexander. If skill points no longer mattered, anyone could be any profession at will. You could switch back and forth between professions and make the max level stuff you wanted at any time.
Yep.
And that would not be beneficial for the market. The whole point of the skill points is that you have to get it, and then you have to go through the whole craziness of leveling it up
in order to
so
get
that you can make the best stuff.
And I think that's where Blizzard's kind of walking a fine line here. So
they gave us access to some of the profession items through Garrison by not having that profession. Even then, you're limited by the number of buildings.
Right. But you had to have that profession to level up your
to get the best stuff.
To get the best stuff. Yeah, that. But even then, you know, once again, Garrison's not exactly a good idea. Because what happened there? They have kind of taken down professions a little bit, and I think if they do this, they would take down professions even more. So, sometimes I don't like what I think, and I really don't like what I think there. Because really, for the gathering professions, if Blizzard keeps doing this, there's no reason to have the skill points. And that's kind of the backlash of not having the skill points. Why would it matter on what profession you have now? So, let's end the show on a couple smaller things. Okay?
Yeah.
First thing, TSM 3 is now in beta.
Oh my goodness.
That's Trade Skill Master. And I was checking out Fat Loot's video. And as by apparent, they've made stuff a little bit easier. They've taken Blizzard's quality of life scenario and they've incorporated it into Trade Skill Master.
Yay!
I will, sometime later tonight, I will put stuff up in the show notes, so that way everybody can see this teaser themselves. But and the Gold Queen is in the chat room too. TSM3 is still changing. I noticed changes in the last few days.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to start out on TSM3 yet, just for that reason. I don't do well with constantly altering systems.
Well, TSM2 didn't last for too long. I mean, I think once 3 comes out, probably, let's see, if they're still making changes, I would say probably late summer, early fall.
Oh, that's a perk.
So,
the Gold Queen said the
yep.
best thing about TSM3, though, is that you get to keep your TSM2 groups and operations. Yay, I don't have to reset up all my pet sales. That makes me happy.
And that does make things a lot easier. So, yeah, I would still say, she says soon, TM. So yeah, late summer, early fall. If that's a Blizzard soon, TM, then that's kind of what we're looking for. Anyway, there's one other thing to put in here. And I saw this on Twitter. It's from Autocar_plays. And I kind of want to get your thoughts on this. Fun tip. Train banker in engineering. Get a portal to faction shrine in Pandaland. Bank, guild bank, vendor, auction house, and mail all in one place.
Oh, yeah. I mean, people have used that for quite a while now.
Well, I'm going to kind of take the backside of the the negative side of this. The big thing here is, granted, you have to train your banker in engineering. If you're thinking about leveling up your tune to get to Pandaland, basically because of the ports and all that stuff, you're going to expose your banker. Okay, my bankers are exposed enough to my friends list. I don't want to expose my banker to the entire WoW universe. Okay, so
I think you all sweat that too much. My banker is level 27. I'm not worried about it.
Okay. Okay. But if you want to keep your banker anonymous, you gotta keep it under level 10.
Yep.
That way they don't
and
know
you
what
can
you
get
look
a
like.
port out to Pandaland. It's no big deal anymore.
And
I mean, heck, it wasn't a big deal during Panda. I port low-level characters out there to go do pet battling to level them.
And really, you could still port out there or get somebody to port you out there, and all you need to do is just learn engineering. You don't have like you don't have to have a max engineer to do it. There's no point. Because engineering in itself will unlock that auction robot out in the shrines. So, hey, it works. I would like to think that it would work that way. You know. But hey, that's cool. Alrighty. I think that'd be enough. Wouldn't you agree?
All right, people, it's time to end the podcast now. So, how can the players get a hold of you?
I am looking forward to TSM3 myself.
I think the interrupting voice from above still hates me.
Music don't.
Alright, guys. You can find the show live at usually 3 p.m. on the tunein.alphageekradio.com and on the TuneIn app.
Which will happen again next week. You can also find us live at yourwildmoney.com/live at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays.
And if you don't want to listen live, you can hear us on Stitcher, iTunes, and other podcast apps.
And
if you're on the site, I'll do it. If you're on the site, you can use the speak pipe at the bottom of the page to leave us a voice message.
You can find us on Twitter at YourWildMoney, Facebook YourWildMoneyCast, and at LinkedIn.com/in/YourWildMoney.
You can find me on Twitch.tv/Lady Hava for the better late than never raid times. That's 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Mondays and Thursdays, or 8:30 to 11:30 rather.
Yep.
And tweet at Lady Hava or at Lady Hava at YourWildMoney.com for an email.
And I'll take care of the last two. You can see said video on youtube.com/WTBGoldWow. That is for Reckles. You can also check out his blog at WTBGold.blogspot.com, or you can find Reckles on Twitter at Ryan A. Eccles. You can find me on youtube.com/Kerosene Kid. That's where my video's at Caro_gold, and in game Caro #1397, or you could email me Caro@yourwowmoney.com. Yep, I kind of thought the show was going to be a bit bigger, but once again, Reckles isn't with us, and I think he would have had a lot to say about Fell Bloods, and a lot to say about jewel crafting. Oh boy. Maybe we can get him on next week. Kind of get his thoughts on all that stuff. But, hey, so it goes. I got a birthday party to get to. So, we'll see you guys next week. Have fun. And get ready for 6.2. So that way you can go get your gold on, people. We'll see you next week.
This podcast recorded before a live internet audience. To learn how to listen and watch live, visit tunein.alphageekradio.com.